Hello students, so my name is Gyanendra Kumar and I am biology NEET educator. Today we are going to take a very important topic for the preparation of NEET exam that used to conduct for admission in MBBS course in India. Right, so I am taking chapter human reproduction, topic spermatogenesis. So student, what is spermatogenesis, you all tell. So we all know spermatogenesis is production of male gamete. Spermatogenesis is formation of male gamete. Spermatogenesis is formation of sperm. So actually the whole story start, when the person come at the age of 11 or 12 years. That is called the age of puberty. At the age of puberty, in our hypothalamus, that is part of diencephalon, there are some specific nuclei. Nuclei is bunch of neurons, bunch of cell body. There is one nuclei called supraoptic nuclei. Right, and there is another nuclei that is called paraventricular nuclei. This supraoptic nuclei and paraventricular nuclei secretes different hormones. In that all hormones, there is one very important hormone. That name is gonadotropin releasing hormone. This gonadotropin secrete from the supraoptic nuclei and paraventricular nuclei of hypothalamus, and then that hormone releases. And it's act on pituitary gland, and pituitary gland also especially act on anterior pituitary gland, and in anterior pituitary gland it causes secretion of two hormones. These two hormones, one hormone is follicle stimulating hormone FSH, another hormone is luteinizing hormone. This follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone together called gonadotropins, right? So this follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone is actually responsible for spermatogenesis. It's a very important hormone. They are responsible for spermatogenesis. But the process of spermatogenesis was kicked on by gonadotropin releasing hormone secreted from hypothalamus. Right, now question is that how the process of spermatogenesis occur. Let's see in somewhat detailed mode. Actually, in our testes there are some many compartments. That compartments are called testicular lobules, and in testicular lobules there are very fine there are fine tubules that called seminiferous tubules. Okay, seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules are only site for spermatogenesis. Okay, and this is cut section of actually one seminiferous tubule. So when scientists actually taken longitudinal section of seminiferous tubule, they find it that inside the seminiferous tubule one very important cell present that are huge in size, and that cell name is Sertoli cell. Sertoli cell. Either you say Sertoli cell, or you say sustentacular cell, or you say nurse cell. Same thing. Nurse cell. Why we are calling nurse cell? We will see it. Okay. Another second type of cell present here, that is called spermatogonia. Spermatogonia. Actually, this spermatogonia is diploid cell. This spermatogonia is diploid cell, and this is the cell which is going to convert into, finally after different steps of division, is going to convert into male gamete. Okay. Now when scientists studied further, they find it that between two Sertoli cell, gap junctions are present. Okay. That means cytoplasmic connection is present between two Sertoli cell, and not only that, between two Sertoli cell, tight junction also present. So this is what actually tight junction. Tight junction present. Okay. Right, students? Now, so this is what cut section of seminiferous tubule between two seminiferous tubule. This is what lumen of seminiferous tubule. Between two seminiferous tubule, there is one polygonal shaped cell, and this polygonal shaped cell is called Leydig cell. What is the cell, students? Leydig cell. Leydig cell. Okay. when luteinizing hormone secreted, actually when luteinizing hormone secreted, this luteinizing hormone will act on Leydig cell. Okay, and it will order this Leydig cell to, Leydig cell to convert cholesterol into testosterone hormone. So in Leydig cell, testosterone hormone was secreted, synthesized by the help of cholesterol. Our testosterone hormone was synthesized, and this testosterone hormone secreted from Leydig cell and then is diffused into seminiferous tubules. Okay, it's diffused into seminiferous tubule, and in seminiferous tubule, this testosterone hormone is going to concentrate. It will concentrate in seminiferous tubule actually, and it's going to participate. It's going to promote the process of spermatogenesis. How? There is one more puzzle here. See, follicle stimulating hormone was secreted from same anterior pituitary. This follicle stimulating hormone receptors actually present on Sertoli cell. First, this follicle stimulating hormone bind with this Sertoli cell, and then is going to secrete. This Sertoli cell is going to synthesize one protein, and that protein name is androgen binding protein. Androgen binding protein. And this androgen binding protein actually binds. So testosterone hormone, we all know, steroid in nature. They cannot concentrate in the seminiferous tubule. So this androgen binding protein will bind with testosterone hormone, and then they are going to concentrate this testosterone hormone for proper supply for production of sperms. Right? So follicle stimulating hormone actually is binds receptors present on Sertoli cell. It will bind with the Sertoli cell and then secrete androgen binding protein. This androgen binding protein bind with testosterone hormone that was secreted by Leydig cell, and then they will click on the process of spermatogenesis. Okay, now let's see the process of spermatogenesis in detail. See here. Actually, the whole story starts from this diploid cell. This diploid cell is called spermatogonia. Okay, this diploid cell is called spermatogonium. Right? This spermatogonium, after multiplication means this spermatogonium plural, spermatogonium singular. So this actually by the process of mitosis, it will multiply and it's going to form the cell that is called primary spermatocyte. Again, this primary spermatocyte is also haploid cell which have XY chromosome. Total 46 chromosome here also present. 44 autosomes and 2 are sex chromosome. One sex chromosome X and another sex chromosome is Y. Okay, so this primary spermatocyte is diploid which have total 46 chromosomes. Now this primary spermatocyte actually, it will go through meiosis first. And after meiosis first, this primary spermatocyte actually divide into primary spermatocyte. It's going to divide into two cells, and these both cells are haploid cells. Right? These both cells are haploid cells, and these haploid cells are called secondary spermatocyte. Okay, we are calling it secondary spermatocyte. Now this haploid cell will go through meiosis second. Okay, they will go through meiosis second. Both cell is going through meiosis second, and after meiosis second, finally they will form total 4 cells. Each primary secondary spermatocyte will going to divide into 2 cells, spermatid, right? And that cells are called spermatid, and finally we are going to get total 4 spermatid. Means when one primary spermatocyte will go through meiosis first and second, we will get total 4 cells, and that all cells are called spermatid. Right? Now this spermatid is actually differentiate into male gamete that is called spermatozoa. Actually, this spermatid, when you see in microscope, it look like ordinary cell with nucleus and all. Okay. right? But spermatozoa, we know spermatozoa is actually somewhat different cell. Beauty of spermatozoa is what? Spermatozoa have a tail, by that it can swim in a semen. Okay, and it can go and it can strike the wall of, female gamete. Okay, so this spermatid will differentiate into spermatozoa. This ordinary cell is going to differentiate into this cell, and this cell is called spermatozoa. Question is that how the spermatid is different than the spermatozoa. What are differences between spermatid and spermatozoa? So guys, spermatid actually is larger in size. Spermatozoa is smaller in size. Spermatid have more cytoplasm. Spermatozoa have less cytoplasm. Spermatid have no tail, right? But our spermatozoa have tail. So this process is not division actually. This process is actually differentiation. So it's not division, it's differentiation. And finally we got one motile cell, and this motile cell, mature female gamete, will strike the wall of the female gamete, and then it will fuse there, and after fusion we'll get zygote. Okay, come back again here. Now the process in which the spermatid will convert into spermatozoa, that is called spermiogenesis. What we are calling, student? Spermiogenesis. So in meiosis we can divide into three parts. First part is called multiplication. In multiplication, the precursor gamete cell will increase their number, and then meiosis first and meiosis second, and third step is spermiogenesis. So in the process of spermiogenesis, the spermatid is going to convert into spermatozoa. Okay, students? Now see. Come back again here. So this whole process of spermatogenesis is going to continue in the seminiferous tubule, right? Actually how? Let's see.